This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. I used Squarespace to build both Basics with Babish and BingingWithBabish.com. On the sites, you'll find recipes, equipment lists, other news, and updates. All beautifully designed, if I do say so myself. Get 10% off your first Squarespace order by visiting squarespace.com/Babish. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the FundaKendalls. I'm here, your guest host, Andrew Ray. I'll be joining you later as we compare different risotto techniques. Who will win?
You already did a better intro than what I did. I didn't even say the name of the show.
Oh, you didn't say the name of the show?
I didn't say the name of the show.
We worked so hard on the name of the show.
I know. And I didn't say it. If you thought milk was controversial, which it is, risotto tenfold. It's a very traditional dish and people feel very strongly about the steps in which to make it. So traditionally, pan, oil, heat it up. Add some aromatics, flavorings, whatever. Then add your rice into the pot and you toast the rice. That pre-gelatinizes, pre-cooks the exterior of the rice and prevents it from getting mushy. Later during the cooking process, we'll see. Next, hot or cold stock. Most people say you need to use hot stock. Some people say it doesn't matter. We'll find out. Now when you're adding that stock and or wine, we're gonna use wine too. It's traditional to add a ladleful at a time and to stir constantly during the cooking process. And I'm not talking a vigorous stir, like just a gentle coaxing of the starches. But I wonder if that makes a difference. So we're gonna test to toast or not toast, hot or cold stock, to stir or not to stir. Pretty simple. The last thing that's pretty traditional is to, when you're done cooking the rice, is to add in either cold cheese, butter, cream to halt the cooking process. We could test that, but we're not. So we're gonna do those 3. So in total, we're gonna make 7 variations and see what's the best. And that'll be the definitive answer. No one else will ever have to write an article about it. We'll have to make a video about it. It'll be done. Also, to be science about it, to do one test with just, the 3 of us deciding what we feel is different. It's not science. You really have to take like machines and the tests and all that jazz. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're using our mouths. So now we're gonna prep. And the first thing for that is we're gonna make a stock. Before I chop some vegetables, I'm gonna add a little bit, maybe 2 tablespoons of oil to this pot. We're gonna saute the vegetables very lightly, just for a few minutes to give a little bit of caramelization before adding the water. And then I'm probably gonna put this garlic cut side down and throw everything else in. Now we're just gonna let this go for like 3 to 4 minutes. Do you like vegetables, Jess?
No, I think I do like
Me too. Okay, so these are good. We got a little bit of browning action on the bottom. Now we're gonna add water filled about 3/4 of the way up. That's filled with water. And now our secret ingredient, 4 to 5 Parmesan rinds. And now, very unscientifically, I'm going to just drizzle in a few peppercorns. Ooh. Parsley. Just make sure it's submerged. Well, now we're gonna cover this once it comes to a simmer and let it go for like, I'm gonna say 2 hours. Whoa. We're up here now because we need so many burners.
Andrew. What are we doing, Kendall?
I'm just chopping a bunch of onions. I'm gonna do some fine dice. So the recipe that I have right now is in cups. And it's the one that the risotto recipe that we use on the show. And I'm gonna convert it to weights to make it scientific. I'm going to weigh it and use that for all the recipes. I'm gonna be guessing how much it is when I weigh it, but I'm gonna use that for all the variations through so that everything is the same. Isolating the variant. That's not what it's called. I watched Loki too many times. 1.5 ounces. Yes, 1.5. That seems like 1/4 of a real onion. Now, the rice. 3.5 ounces. 3.5. 1.5. What's next? Wine.
Okay.
I feel like we can measure the wine a la minute. No, you're right. Don't be lazy.
So What kind of wine is this, Kendall?
It's a dry white wine. So we're gonna go with 4th cup of wine, which I happen to know is 2 ounces. Okay, so now I'm gonna measure out this beautifully grated cheese, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna do 3/4 of an ounce. Or if it's too cheesy, do you think that'll take away from us being able to taste? That's such a good point. You're right. Let's do 1/2 ounce. No, let's do 3/4 of an ounce.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Yep. We got 3 cheese, we got 3 onion, wine, risotto, the stock. Now to be totally candid, I made the stock yesterday. Our stock is still going downstairs. I didn't want to have to wait for that one to be done to use it. So here's a little swap. I promise you I did the same exact things. This is gonna be dumb. I'm using a 1 cup measure to pour stock into another measuring cup to then pour into a pot. That's dumb, but I'm doing it. So now, all I have left to do is just cut up 1 tablespoon of butter per batch.
Kendall, you're in my kitchen. What
I
the
am.
hell are you doing?
We're testing risotto.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, so we've got a no stir. We've got an all stir. We've got a little bit of stir.
semi-stir.
Semi-stirred.
Okay.
I like that better. I already labeled the bowl though.
Oh.
I know.
I'm guessing I'm doing the full stir.
Yeah, you're gonna do full stir. I'm not ready for that kind of, but not vigorous. Just
Okay, not vigorous.
Gentle.
Just keep it moving.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna add the wine to, we already preheated these stocks. I'm gonna add this to the no stir and
Why?
heat a little bit because we're gonna add all liquid all at once.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All at once.
Well, should we start heating these guys, or what's...
Yeah, let's do that.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Medium. Yeah.
Okay. Spreading the oil around. How much oil is this?
3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons.
Yeah.
What do they think of next? Here on the FundaKendalls.
And I'm of the opinion that once these come to a simmer that we turn them off because I don't want them to evaporate.
Fair. Is that enough stock for that amount of rice?
Yeah, it's 1/2 cup to 2 cups.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's ready.
Oh, okay. So how long were you sauteing these for?
Just until they become a little translucent.
Okay. What's going on with you personally?
Been sleeping. Okay. Had some bad dreams. But not bad dreams, just like not great dreams, you know?
Ready?
Will you do that for me?
Yep.
Thanks.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, go. And now 3 minutes.
I can set timers too.
No.
Okay. It's your show. Okay. All right. Jesus.
This left hand is not going well for me.
This right now it seems like she's got the harder job, but just wait until later on in the show.
Why is your more liquidus than mine?
I don't know. What are you doing wrong? Look, you're burning.
No! Okay, it's
Let's start
time.
adding stuff. It's time.
It's been
Wine?
2 minutes.
Wine time?
Wine.
There you go.
Will you do that? And I'm
Yes,
going to pour
sure.
this whole thing to the top. In hindsight, I could have done that slower. All right, and now we're just going to let that go.
So now we're in for the rather...
Okay, so now I'm just going to stir that. You're stirring the whole time. You're stirring the whole time.
I'm stirring. God.
Not that much. Just like
What?
gentle stirring.
I'll be
Okay, I'm
fine.
ready.
I'm ready too.
Okay,
How much you adding?
1/2 cup.
1/2 cup?
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Go.
And now I'm just
Just
stirring
stirring.
forever.
To incorporate. I'm not going to stir it. I want to, not going to.
I'm stirring it constantly.
Yeah, but gently though, right?
Is this not gently?
No, I'm reaffirming what you're doing. Which is so good.
All right, I think I'm ready to add a little more stock now, no?
I think you are. I don't think I am. So you do your biz.
Not when there's so many people watching.
So we're learning something right now.
What that is.
His is going faster than mine.
The rate of absorption does seem to be a bit stronger. The liquid looks starchier too. It looks like cloudier.
Yeah, I agree. I think yours is being close. You should taste it maybe to see if it's.
I should taste it maybe.
Nope, that's a no. Okay.
We're definitely not done now.
Okay, great. We're gonna need more stock.
Okay.
So science has gone out the window, and that's
Yep,
okay.
because we both need more stock.
Can you taste this one and tell me what you think?
It doesn't have the creamy texture of risotto, but it's got better flavor from what looks like
Really?
caramelization
Yeah.
happening in the pan.
Well, I'm gonna turn this one off and just let it sit for now.
So it was done first, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Burn.
Oh, I'm gonna stir in the butter and cheese into that one.
And
I
have
think
some
I'm done
salt
too.
and peps. All right, going off heat. Lots of cheese, lots of butter. Now, it should be noted that before adding the cheese and the butter, this is significantly creamier. In
Yes.
yours. This is gonna make yours look creamy.
But if in the end it made no difference, you know what I mean? Like when are you ever gonna have risotto where you don't add butter and cheese?
Well,
Or
it's
some
more
kind
about,
of,
but
like-
we're trying to cover the science of it, right? So wouldn't we wanna?
But if in the end, you know, when you add your flavorings,
You're absolutely right.
you know what I mean?
Science goes right out the window.
Out the window.
Okay, so this is the no stir. You got very separate grains, a very thin,
Yeah.
kind of oily looking sauce. I assume it's just the melted butter and cheese.
And
that I'm
cheese,
saying.
exactly.
You're
It
right.
tastes heartier
It's
of
heartier.
a grain, which is not really, it's fine, but it's not really what you're looking for with risotto.
Yeah, exactly.
Their sauce.
Much creamier. This, I'm sorry, but I think this is a superior product.
Well, it definitely looks better.
This looks more like a classic risotto to me. And I'm not saying any of this stuff because I made it. I don't care.
No, I know.
It's for science's sake. I think this looks like a more classic risotto. Very thick and creamy sauce that like almost obscures the grains of rice as though it's, you know, in like a cheese sauce or something.
Of these three, I would go for another spoonful of this one.
Well, that solves that, so.
Now, we're doing hot stock, cold stock. I have one stock preheating right now. Once that comes through somewhere, I'll turn it off. It'll be hot. And I got some cold stock next to it. In fact, I'm gonna put it so far away so there's no residual heat. I had the oil preheating, which seems like it's about right. I'm gonna add the onion. It was right. And now I'm gonna do this and it'll be fine. I don't foresee any problems. All right, and again, we're gonna add our rice momentarily. Ah, I didn't scale rice. It's fine. We're adding half a cup. I'm abandoning all weight measurements. It's no longer happening. Okay. I probably should not have used the same scoop for both because it just went into hot stock and maybe that hotness is now heating up the cold stock. Now audience, if you're wondering, am I adding the same amount of stock each time? I'm trying my best. We can name these.
What?
Fred and George.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so this one is cooking way faster. Sorry, Fred is cooking way faster than George. And that's okay, we can't expect all people to do the same thing if they're different, because they are. Hot stock, cold stock. That's almost ready. I'm actually gonna turn off the heat at this point because it's gonna continue cooking a little bit. I think last time it was a little too thick. I've been told that it's important that when you add risotto to a plate, it should like, you dollop it, it should melt out to the exterior sides, not like you could scoop it on and it holds its form. So it finished like, what was that, 20 seconds after that one?
So like if you're running low on time, you don't want to heat up your stock.
Yeah.
Is that an option?
I would say it's totally an option. We'll see texture-wise if the eating experience is different.
If it's easier, Kendall,
Yeah.
I will help you decide which one is better by tasting them.
Honestly, I didn't think I could do it by myself, and I was pretty terrified for the day I'd have to. This is the hot stock.
Okay.
You get a hefty bite.
My goodness, thank you.
Every time!
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. It's just as creamy as the last batch of full stir, which is to be expected. I think the art in this one will be the comparison.
I like the cold one more. Or maybe I'm crazy.
I myself can't really tell the difference between the two of them. Just prefers the cold. And if it's me, and the time, and the dirty dish, and the oven space, that's not oven, stovetop space, I would totally go with the cold. It's one fewer step. I really can't tell the difference at all. We're back. Last time. Kind of sad.
So, question.
Yes.
Not trying to whatever. When you toast it, is that The time you use the wine, when you don't toast it, you don't use wine?
No, you use the wine both times.
Oh.
Yeah, did I not do that? Do you think I can add it now?
Do you think you can add it?
I don't. We're gonna do it again. Gonna add the onions. Okay, so what we're testing this time is to toast or not to toast. Is it important? We'll find out. I think this guy right here on my left is gonna be the toasted and the right will be untoasted. I'm gonna add risotto here and we're toasting it and I'm timing it. I'm gonna add this right away. No toasting, right away wine. This is terrible. Why did I think that this would be better now? Gonna add the first addition of stock to this guy. Nope, nope, no, no. Wine.
You did it!
I did it. Andrew tried to trick me again.
You didn't put wine in there, right?
No, I did. You didn't trick me.
Blast it!
I know. And now I'm gonna add the stock to this guy. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more stock to this guy just because the sauce has gotten a little too thick for my liking. All right, cool. So I toasted the rice for 2 minutes. So this one's now done. If it is finished within 2 minutes of the not toasted risotto, then there will have been no time difference. But I'm gonna say that this guy's probably not done yet and it's already been 2 minutes. So it's hard to tell for me, at least with risotto, if it's like done because it's not, you don't want it to be super soft, but you also don't want it to be gritty. Okay. Ooh, not really hot. Okay, it's done. Parmesan cheese, butter. Both risottos are finished. I've seasoned them both to taste with salt and pepper. And now we're gonna plate them up. So we've got no toast, which is this guy, and toast. I think they look pretty similar. Well, maybe actually this one's a little bit darker.
One's a little darker than the other.
That's something to know.
Okay, that's risotto.
Yeah.
This is also risotto. A little darker over here.
Mhm.
Little more al dente over here. I got more chew happening. This one's a little saucier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I know, right?
I'm gonna fully admit that I'm having a very hard time distinguishing between the two of these. Let me do it eyes closed. I'm gonna do it eyes closed.
Okay.
You know what? Don't even tell me which feed
Yeah,
feed
okay.
me one, man. Don't tell me which one it is.
Open the tunnel.
Mm.
No, you know.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna knock at the door.
Nah. All right.
It's coming on in.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Ah. I'm ashamed to say it, but I can hardly tell the difference between the two of those. I can visually tell the difference. This was a little saucier, a little lighter.
So one had toasted rice, and the other had no toast, which makes sense for the color. This is interesting. Very
It is
interesting.
And yeah, I frankly cannot distinguish the difference with my mouth whole.
And that's what we're doing.
In summation, we've tested out a number of risotto myths. Constantly stirring, toasting the rice,
Hot stock, cold
hot
stock.
stock, cold stock. And we've discovered that hot stock, cold stock, and toasting the rice potentially myths.
Yeah.
But stirring constantly, gotta do it.
Undeniable. So maybe this means further testing.
We'll see you next time on the FundaKendalls.
Kendall, can I have you say that?
You want to come
What's
up?
your closer? You got a closer?
I don't have a closer.
What's your closer?
Bye.
Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's episode. They've been a great partner in supporting the Babish culinary universe and bringing my websites to life. From websites to online stores to domains and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for you to build your online presence. They also have SEO tools so that your site is getting found and searched by more people more often. If you want to try it for yourself, you can start your free trial today by visiting squarespace.com/Babish to get 10% off your first purchase.